been, why are you selling your house that you told me was the meeting place when we got lost from each other?
Am I under investigation, sir?
You don't set up a meeting place and then tell the location.
The location was compromised.
From what?
Well, I mean, the Chinese mafia knew where I lived.
Tongs.
The Tongs knew where I lived.
What did they want with you?
Pinkertons were after me, trying to kidnap me or kill me or something.
What have you done?
Rothschild was after me, which I hear you took care of.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And
He was listed as missing.
It wasn't
He
the
ran
same
away,
place
remember,
anymore.
supposedly?
And apparently they hid one of the,
Oh, Jack West is here.
just walks up.
Yeah.
One of the fancy necklaces. Spikes on it.
Necklaces?
I don't know. It looks like you could wear it.
The
I know what he's
crescent?
talking about.
That thing.
Oh my god.
Sir, it's as big as a yoke for an ox.
Well, I didn't say it was a necklace for a person.
Doesn't it disintegrate anything it touches?
We only seen it do that one time. The other ones haven't exploded either.
Where have you two been?
New Mexico.
No, Mexico.
Mexico. Old Mexico. We stormed a fort, killed about 50 men. Yes.
They got melted.
Destroyed a cannon of legendary power. I am stretching while I say that.
Yeah, of course you are.
I think I lost some of my soul to stop it from,
It shot
changing
people
people into-
that would fly in like a cannonball,
You had soul to lose?
and then those people would rip men in half.
one of those naked assholes.
Oh, it would turn people into
Fart.
Chinese people. That's what it did. That's right. I forgot about that fact.
Little tiny Chinese man almost ripped me in the
You
face.
you put in a Mexican child, and out comes a naked Chinese man. No hair.
Shot him
No
so many
penis.
times that he wouldn't die. I did not like it.
My character's just doing this.
We saved the world.
Head in your hand.
Yeah.
Did we mention he was hairless?
They're
They were trying to move the army they were building and the cannon up to meet with Jack Parker.
I've seen a lot of things traveling with you two.
Or not Jack Parker.
John Valentine.
John Valentine.
This might be the most insane story I've heard.
He had no penis.
No penis. Or balls. Or anus.
Thank you for clarifying.
Maybe that's why he was so angry.
Couldn't poop. We've had a lot of time to talk about this.
Let's go up to the house.
Okay, you guys go up to the house.
I want to sit down.
Yeah, there's like a sitting room.
I can't fathom what I'm hearing.
Okay.
I don't care about naked Chinese men trying to rip you apart, or whether or not you can wear the crescent, or who can poop and who can't poop.
John
Where's
Valentine.
John Valentine?
We heard most recently that they were going to meet up with him in
Dodge City, Kansas.
Dodge City.
Why aren't we there right now?
Well, because I heard you were looking for me.
And why am I looking for you?
So we could
Because
go
you
together.
sold the meeting place.
Which was compromised. There were people out from my life and Chunshiro life.
Is this the new meeting place?
Chunshiro can't defend herself against Pinkertons.
Hopefully not.
You don't know. Maybe she knows.
Tell few people about it, and I won't have to sell it.
I didn't tell anybody about that.
People's mouths were too big. I had to leave it.
So you chose a place that has a clown that sweeps the streets?
We've been here
Pretty
before.
camouflage.
No one knows about
You're
it.
trying to get the railroad to come through here. That's not exactly staying out of sight.
Well, I gotta support the town while I'm here.
So you're gonna get the railroad to come through and then you're gonna sell this place too, huh?
Well,
In here and no.
can I put Shunshiro's name on the deed instead of mine?
If you want.
Alright. Well, I'm going to put Chunshi Rose's name on the house deed so that people can't just track me here by just going, hey, where does this guy own property? Pilgrim?
Let's take offense to that.
I understand you gotta stay hidden from the people that want you dead. Probably for very good reasons. But when the good guy's trying to find you, make it easier.
Okay, next time I'll lead you a trail of breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs? I don't think that's how the saying goes.
Yeah, I leave some crumbs in the bed, and then he sleeps there, and he eats them. And then he has nightmares.
Stop. It's happening again. It's happening again. Dodge City. We going?
Of course.
Let's go.
Okay. Alright.
I'm surprised how much your character plays into his.
Dodge City, okay. So you can take horses back up to Riverside and start, actually to Los Angeles. Probably the fastest way is going to return to San Francisco via train and then go straight from San Francisco cross country to Dodge City. It's quite a ways. I'm going to say it's $30 for third class if you want to go that route. Each.
$30 for what?
Transport to Dodge City.
For what class?
For last class.
For last class?
For the entire trip. I'm just throwing a number out there.
Top class.
First class is probably about $50, and it's about a 3-day journey. 3 or 4 days.
It's worth the $20 extra.
If you're taking horses, it becomes expensive again. So I don't know if you want to take horses or not.
How much for my horse?
You don't have to worry about it. Remember, just save the receipts.
Oh yeah. Do they ever question why I'm doing first class all the time?
Now,
Because you deserve it. You're Clayton Pierce.
Well, San Francisco.
Man who
you brought
saved the
in Jack.
world.
You brought in Jack Parker, so at least for a while, they're not going to care too terribly much.
You're their top detective.
Where is what's going on with Jack Parker right now?
Good question. It's been months and months and months. Jack Parker's obviously found guilty because he confesses.
Because I just told him I wanted to talk to him until he was hung.
And you put in a good word for him, didn't you? About thinking that he had reformed and he shouldn't be killed. So we can say he's in prison in San Quentin.
I was gonna say he should work on the railroad.
Well, we're not going to let him out.
Yeah.
Prison is not. Yeah, they're not supposed to be letting out prisoners at all. To do
Prisoners don't work on the railroads.
No. There's too good of a chance to escape. So he's locked up. He's locked up in San Quentin prison in San Francisco area. I can't remember. I think San Quentin's in San Francisco.
In this time period, aren't the Chinese like the only ones working on the railroad?
A lot of Chinese because they can pay them pittance and get away with it. So they're practically slaves, to be quite honest. But yeah, the Chinese are working on the railroads quite a bit, and railroads are going on everywhere. So, are you taking your horses with you? You can. You don't have to worry about it. You can get the receipt and all that shit. Is Stalloid taking a horse? Are you guys taking horses to Dodge City?
Nah.
If I need a companion, can I have the receipt for that, and I just have to talk my way through it?
Yeah.
All right, Jack West is my companion.
Okay, so
Paying
you're
for
covering
his
his
first class
cost.
seat.
Okay. Stalloid takes third class. All right.
No, I'm taking first class.
I thought you
It's like $20 now.
Yeah. Okay.
I know he likes to kind of like highly describe what happens. Jack West is more salt of the earth. Will tell me just what happened, like an explain like I'm five story. So I'm gonna ask him to tell me what happened.
Okay.
With what?
In New
I don't know.
Mexico.
You can just either keep it simple or
Yeah, you don't have to
whatever
role play
you
even
wanna
if you
tell
don't
me.
want to. Just say what you say.
I guess maybe also what happened White Claw Christmas.
Oh, did you just ask what you missed?
Well, I specifically asked about the Mexico thing because
Yeah.
you guys were talking about naked men ripping you in half, and I'm just like, just tell me what actually happened.
So the short version is who was it? John somebody?
Max Morse.
Max Morris is the gang member that got the cannon?
Yeah.
So Max Morris got this cannon that apparently when you shove a child in it and launch it, it turns into an adult male with superhuman strength. And that doesn't like to die. And they were going to try to use it to take over
Tucson.
and then, but it seems the cannon can possess people and make them semi-immortal, so we had to make a spike with some magic symbol on it. You gotta put some of your own essence into it.
Your essence.
Yeah, my essence, because mine tastes better. And had to put that into the cannon to shut it down, and then everybody kind of melted. And then we blew it up, so no one could use it again.
My character's seen a lot of shit, but I'm still gonna go this route. Before you dealt with Deadeye, Max Morris, did Stalloid give you any liquid or pills or...
No, trying to wean myself off that stuff. Only alcohol now.
Only alcohol now. And this is how it happened. A special cannon.
Special cannon.
No penis.
This world's getting really weird.
Dodge City, Kansas. There's Dodge City. It's a cattle town, not real huge, but a lot of people live there. Very flat, a lot of farmland around there. Just north of the Arkansas River, I believe. And
Arkansas.
very, very busy little town. If you guys want to start asking around about John Valentine or whoever or whatever you want to ask about, you can make a social skill roll, see what you find out. You guys arrived just after the 4th of July celebration. That newspaper is the newest. The biggest thing that's happened. Apparently there was a murderer who was recently captured. Crazy man who used a scalpel. Man who went nuts during the Battle of Gettysburg. He was an actual doctor for the Confederacy and slaughtered a bunch of Confederates there and killed a bunch of people here in Dodge City just over the weekend.
Is the marshal's office and the jailhouse like always near each other?
Usually, yeah.
Okay, that's where I'm gonna
You got a town marshal, you've got county sheriff, it's Ford County, and then you've got the courthouse above and jail cells in the basement.
I'll tell these two where I'm going just in case they want to come. If not, I can still handle it by myself.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I'm going to go to the marshal's office, see if they've heard anything about John Valentine recently, and then talk to this Mansfield.
Okay.
So maybe try to get that.
Oh, it's first name's Clayton.
Oh, God! You're not Clayton Mansfield. Shut the hell up. What am I looking for? I'm looking for
I
this.
didn't.
All Claytons are the same.
I love it.
Marshal.
Marshal Lawrence Dager is the chief marshal in town. He's one to let you see Mansfield if you want it. Do you have a warrant or something for him?
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
Just looking for John Valentine like the rest of the country.
Haven't heard of him being around here lately. Yeah. But then again, I don't know.
He's pretty connected to just about anybody that's committing crimes these days, though.
He is. You'll probably have to ask around town if you want information on him. I would suggest some of the worst places in town to ask would be where you might find something out.
I will after I talk to this gentleman.
Okay. You can talk to Mansfield. He is he's a mess. He's shaking.
Can I read this while you deal with them?
Yeah, we can jump to them.
If they're not with me.
What are you two doing?
To us?
Jeez.
Kind of looming in the background, being creepy.
Well, if you're here for looking for John Valentine, you can use social skills.
Yeah, I'll go
make rolls
tavern. What taverns are there?
There's a bunch of. There's so many.
What's the seediest tavern?
There's a lot of them.
Seediest.
There's so many. It's a cow town. Cowboys bring herds of cattle up from Texas to here. And then they're put on trains and sent where they're supposed to go. This town has just exploded. The town's only 3 years old. It's been here since 1873. Already there's several thousand people living here. And it's just growing and growing and growing because it's...
Oh yeah, I'm standing in the middle of the road.
No. We're not going to go into a lot of role play for everything in this town. What social skills do you want to use to try to find information out about John Valentine or anything else?
I guess
People have another name that you know about that John Valentine gave you. Sparse or something like that. That you've never told anybody in the group about.
Man, I forgot.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. It wasn't John Valentine, it was whatever else was in his head. If you want to use intimidation to ask about one or the other, that's what will determine. What'd you get? A hard success?
Hard success on persuasion.
Okay. And you're asking about John Valentine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically.
You found that, you learned that he was in town just before the 4th of July weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That he was heading north towards the Dakotas, the Dakota Territory, with a few men looking for some gypsy woman. Southern Dakota, particularly, the Southern Dakota Territories, they're in search of some gypsy half-breed woman. That's what you learned about John Valentine.
I told him about that, right?
About what?
I told Valentine about that gypsy woman.
No. Val, whatever else is in Valentine's head told you about somebody.
Okay, gotcha.
About
the
Sparks
guy. Yeah. Let's intimidate for Sparks.
You could do that. You could beat some people up.
Yeah, I got it.
What kind?
Normal.
Success? Normal success.
Barely.
There was a lady named Daisy Sparks in town a few weeks ago. She headed north.
Okay.
That's what you learned about that day. You can find places to stay. It's not going to cost more than your allowed amount per day. It's a busy town. There's a lot of people. This whole 4th of July thing, they had a huge 4th of July bash, essentially. Ran over 3 days. They had people selling stuff in the streets. They had a fireworks display, and it was just, it was huge. So there you go. Kyle, what do you want to ask this Clayton guy? Clayton Mansfield. Are you finished reading?
Yeah. So you say the scalpel made you do it. You're an innocent man.
I couldn't control it. Yes, sir. They don't believe it.
Does he seem of the right mind when he's talking to me right now?
You're guessing that he is probably an alcoholic who hasn't had a drink in a while.
Okay.
So he's got the shakes and he's sweaty and all this other stuff. But he seems to be in his right mind. He seems very depressed. He tells you Dr. Smith is one of the local doctors who was testifying on who testified on his behalf is going to testify on his behalf on the trial they're supposed to have for him. He's confessed to the crimes, but saying that some inanimate object made me do this.
Why always the Doghouse Saloon?
That's where I was staying. I was staying upstairs at the Doghouse Saloon. From what I can recall, I asked for a drink from this fellow, the first fellow that died. And he wouldn't give me a drink. I was out of money. I was looking for money. And I guess the scalper decided that he needed to die. The second fellow pushed me into a horse trough. Knocked over an old lady. One of those temperance ladies. Yeah, both fell in the horse trough. And it would pick people that would target me. And if nobody targeted me, it would pick somebody random. That's why the second fellow, he was a terrible person. He was beating up on this Negro in town and fighting and lying about it. Alright, but that has nothing to do with it. And the third was that other assistant deputy, that crankshaft fellow, was he wouldn't give me a drink either. I suspect that the other fellow, that Kaczynski man, got in the way. I don't remember what happens when it takes over.
Yeah, Lazinski was assigned to capture you.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember anything about that.
But you wouldn't have known at the time that the scalpel knew. Where is the scalpel?
I don't know. They took it away.
Who took it away?
Crankshaft and McNary, the owner of the Doghouse Saloon. They're the ones that managed to disarm me, and it embedded itself in a piece of veneer in the back of the steps of the Doghouse. If you go down there, you can see a big hole in the steps. Maybe he might have fixed it. They cut out the veneer so they didn't have to touch it, and they took it away. And they came back a couple hours later and said it was destroyed. Crankshaft, I don't know. I'm not from around here. I was passing through, always moving. It always kept me moving.
You found the scalpel in the war?
It was given to me by my mentor when I was training to be a doctor. He gave me one. He gave one to the other fella that was training at the same time.
Smith?
No. Some fella named Jack. I think he went to London.
Alright, well, I'll say what I can for you. I've had some dealings with some men who I think did things I didn't mean to and then came to. This world's getting weird. Things are making people crazy. Crazy things are happening, but you did fully confess, and I don't know that my words will be able to combat that.
Yep. I appreciate it, Marshal. I wasn't in control, but I did it, so I guess I was responsible.
I hope you find peace. I'll go talk to McNary now.
Dog Eye McNary.
Dog Eye.
He's never stopped talking to you. But apparently they used a shotgun and got lucky and shot the scalpel out of his hand.
Yeah, his hand is still there.
He didn't have any injuries. This guy didn't have any injuries on him at all. But he seems nervous about talking to you about that. He's like, yeah, that's what it looked like. Maybe Crankshaft knocked it out of his hand. It all happened so fast.
Where's Crankshaft?
Oh, he's some writer fella from east side of the county. He sells these. He hands you a dime novel about the illustrious Quentin C. Crankshaft, hero of Ford County. Yep, Crankshaft. Everybody around here knows about him. He did all kinds of stuff. Knocked out the Bigelow bandit gang. He's the one that solved the mystery of the haunted carriage, or no, the haunted coach. Yeah, not coach. Yeah, the haunted stagecoach. He rattles off like 4 or 5 different things this guy did. And his son's documenting his life.
Where is the scalpel now? The one you shot out of his hand.
Oh, we got rid of it.
Where?
We melted it down in the forge.
Wait, they what? Melted it down?
They melted it down in the forge.
And it didn't get reused or anything, did
It's gone. The blacksmith showed up while we were doing it because he was watching fireworks and made sure he didn't interfere. And Crankshaft showed him his badge because he was a deputy marshal, and he helped us get the forge up. We threw it right down in the coals, and eventually it just melted. There's nothing left. There was some metal. That was about it.
Alright.
But yeah, he thought it was a good idea. I thought it was a good idea too.
Yeah.
Seems a little nervous about the situation, apparently.
People might think there's something wrong with that scalpel. Well,
Yep.
I'll take me a shot of whiskey and I'll be on my way.
Alright, he gives a shot of whiskey. At the end of the day, you two guys have found out this information. You've done your talking with in relation to this weird murders and stuff that have happened. What do you want to do? Do you want to continue staying in Dodge and trying to find out more? Do you want to work on that? Do you want to discuss what you have found out?
Yeah, I'll discuss. So y'all heard about the murderer that was here in Dodge City? Killed 3 people.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I went and talked to him because thought he might have some sort of relation to John Valentine. Turns out, the scalpel was making him kill him.
What one? You forgot already?
Well, no, I forgot what the alien thing told me about it.
Oh, that she has the crescent.
Oh, that she actually has it. Okay.
Yes.
So, they caught the guy. He's of sound mind now. He's probably going to be hung. Whether he was guilty or not, I'm not entirely sure. But they melted the scalpel down in the forge, and I do want to make sure that that metal's not getting reused in anything, if it does have any magical properties.
That's a scalpel laughing at us.
Where is it?
But I didn't find out anything about John Valentine.
I found out he was here and he's gone.
Of course.
I don't think they gave me a direction.
Southern Dakota Territory.
Oh, Southern Dakota Territory.
He's looking for a gypsy half-breed.
And I feel like I've met her before.
Who told you?
I don't think you have. I think Otto was the only one who actually met her.
Like, not met her, but like I've seen her
Yeah,
carriage.
you probably have. Back in Devil's Gulch, weren't you
Yeah,
there?
I was.
That was in Devil's Gulch, Colorado.
No, I wasn't.
You weren't there for that one?
I wasn't. I was a prospector.
That's right. You don't.
I've never met this lady.
There we go. Sorry. Retro that out. You don't even have to mention that. That's right.
So I found out
That's
some
why
information.
juggling characters is such a pain in the ass.
Nights.
About John Valentine. Something else.
About where another crescent might be.
I like those crescents.
I just know that Valentine's after him. If we have them, he'll come to us.
But are you after them?
To get Valentine? Yes.
Okay.
And various other things, maybe.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know. I'm not Jack West.
You're accusing Jack West of ulterior motives?
I mean, I don't know why.
Even though I hinted.
I don't know why he's here.
20,000 dollars.
Kind of like looking at your eyes, like, please say that you think he has ulterior motives, so I can say he might have lost.
Ulterior motives?
Ulterior motives?
Does he have other motives?
I don't know if he has motives.
No.
Well, I didn't know he had a soul, but he used it to blow up a cannon, so.
Yeah, I failed at it. I tried.
You don't have a soul?
Well, it was a ritual. I didn't really understand it. It was pretty complicated.
It came naturally.
There was an earthquake when he did it.
We don't need that.
But also,
Oh yeah, that was pretty crazy, wasn't it?
What do we do? Who has it?
But what?
Last name Shane.
First name?
Shank?
Shane? No, wait, what name?
Oh my god. Sparks.
Same thing.
Jesus Christ, write some shit down. There's paper.
Sparks.
There's paper right here.
With a last name like Sparks. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
I don't think I've ever met a Sparks.
Are they around here or are they somewhere else? Where are they from?
Oh, where's the Sparks at? Hey, that's South Dakota.
Just Dakotas.
That's Dakota.
It hasn't been.
That's Southern Dakota.
The Dakota Territory has not been broken up yet.
I've never met this woman in my life.
I know just where she is.
Do you think that's where Jack Parker's going after Sparks?
John Valentine.
Is that what I said? That's it.
Jeff Parker.
Aw, man, I've got that shit back in my mind.
Yeah,
all the
so I
time.
should have made the names really a lot different.
You know where Jack West is going?
Never Jack West. John Valentine.
Are we on Valentine?
What do you think, Jack Parker?
Parker West.
I hate you guys all so much.
Well, then that's where we need to go. It's probably all interconnected. He's probably going after the crescent with the Sparks. How do you know Sparks have the crescent?
Who's Sparks? Who's Sparks?
The person that has the crescent. We don't know who they are.
You know the weird crab people.
Yeah, don't you remember? We were Indians once.
We were not Indians once. We were not Indians once.
We were Indians, remember? And I had my penis out, and it was a very glorious penis, I have to say.
Thanks for Kyle for his look when at Jack West. I gotta remember to give those out. You guys gotta remind me.
Oh, yeah, we got them.
Remember? And there was the dinosaurs.
I was not there. I saw the skull of the dinosaur, the claimed dinosaur.
No, remember, we were in Gravity Falls. We went into that back room. Shootily. We were Indians. You saw your daddy?
Listen.
That one guy turned into a girl. That was weird.
What I saw was not what you saw. And we were not Indians together.
I'm looking at Jack. Why is he denying that we were Indians?
Maybe he didn't like meeting his dad as a weird Indian.
I mean, I would have loved to meet my dad. Go back and see my dad.
But as an Indian, that'd be weird.
Oh, I don't even care. Just want to see my dad.
Regardless, we need to go to the Dakotas. Now. We're already a couple of days behind, probably.
That's what you can do. You can stay in Dodge City to try to get more information, or you can just head out. So
If I know John Valentine's anywhere, I'm going as fast as
yeah, okay.
I gotta stay with them.
You can take a train.
We can.
Yeah. You can take a train to southern Dakota, like the very southern part of Dakota. No, that's as far as they
It'll
go.
still be the fastest way.
Oh yeah, definitely the fastest way. You can get there in a few days. Cost. Let's see. I did write this one down.
Covered.
$21 for third class, $28 for second class, $36 for first class.
Is it like shittier first class? Like what's going on?
It's not as far.
Oh.
It's not as far from here to there as it was.
Matters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's based on distance.
Well, I figured it's just like, first class is just like, oh, it's 50. You could go 5 feet.
No.
$50 for the first class.
I'll just be in third class.
You're still going to go in third class? Okay.
Saving that money. You gotta save that money.
It's expensive.
Shelling it.
And you're...
A marshal of my reputation can have one accomplice, but I cannot afford to pay for another man. I'm sure you understand.
To the back of the bus.